welcome to my organized life, where I am trying to get my life organized. Today we are going to be going through and closing my budget for the month of December. I just recently closed my paycheck, so if you haven't checked that video out, go and check that one out. That'll probably be the first video on the channel. So this will be video number 2, I think. So we've got our numbers here. This is everything that I have spent in December, so this is what I'm going to be using, and I like doing it this way because then I don't have to go through and count everything. I've counted half of it already, and then I only had to count the last half in here, and now when I'm doing my closing it for the month, I can just pull my numbers from there, which is nice. I'm kind of enjoying that. So as I said in my previous video, I'm very new to budgeting. I created this channel to hopefully be able to show you guys that budgeting isn't all pretty and organized, because I feel like a lot of the people I watch are super organized and they can get their budget out there really quick, and then I go to do it and it takes me like 5 years. So sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming when watching more experienced budgeters, so I kind of wanted to kind of show you guys my journey from start to kind of growing along. I think I'll get better at it, hopefully, because that's usually what happens, is you get better at things as you do them. So I started budgeting on the 23rd of November. That was when I bought the Budget Moms workbook, which is what this is. I printed it in a binder that I just bought at the dollar store. It's a cheap binder, super sturdy though, and I used some decorative paper to glam it up because I like making things pretty. It makes it more fun. So my sheets in here were a little bit rough, as you can tell, because I was kind of figuring out what I needed for sheets, and I think I've got it figured out. That first month and a little bit definitely helped out quite a bit, so we're laying the pathway for the rest of the journey. So I've got all of these numbers already in here, so I'm just going to flip to, and I have been tracking my Walmart card. I need to update this though. I don't like when there's pending payments. It changes the date when they come out, so I like to go back and check that later. I'm trying to pay that off. So I'm going to go to here, and I've only closed a budget once. That was in November, and like I said, I only started on the 23rd of November, so not even half a month, so I didn't really have much going. I did do a lot of spending, especially for Christmas and stuff, so I did have those, and then I closed my budget here. So see if we can figure this out, because the first time I closed my budget, I watched the Budget Moms video and kind of went by that, so we'll see if we can do this. So my starting balance for the month, did I include that in November's? Hopefully, yeah. December starting balance was $34.39. Okay, so our incoming income, I'm gonna have to flip to here, so that should be our $34.39, yep. Okay, so we're gonna count Sev, which was $948.72, plus my second job, which was $384. Okay, and that was for the first month. And then I don't think we count these since they were already included. Okay, plus 834, 33, and 368. So that number right there should be my monthly income, I believe. Because I think I only count the rollover from the previous month and then just income, whereas this was left over from this month. So I don't think we count that again. Hopefully. Okay. So let's flip through to here. So put this number down here, so it's 253,505 plus $34.39. So that's the number that we got, and I just want to do something quick just to see. I think if we just grab this number here, oops. And then that'll make it different. Yeah, so we wouldn't, I don't think we would count that. Okay, so hopefully that's right. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my November one as kind of a guideline. So I'm gonna write down my categories, and I kind of messed up a little bit here because my holidays and my sinking funds are the same color because I got rid of my holiday funds in the second paycheck, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so groceries, food, cab money, lunch money. I'm gonna keep a Christmas one. I'm just gonna use my fun one instead of, or my fun one for Christmas instead, because I don't actually spend. I eliminated that one. We don't do fun. We kind of count it as miscellaneous. So, okay, so lunch, Christmas, pet, beauty, miscellaneous, sinking funds, and bills. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and give these their appropriate color. And then we're also going to have our January starting balance. Just put that here. So one thing I want to see is if I add these two numbers, if they equal that. So I've got my 1667 11 plus 131366. That doesn't quite add up though, so I'm a little bit confused by that. And if that number's not right, then this whole budget's not going to work. But again, we include that other, our rollover income in there too. Okay, I'm just going to stick with this number and hope that it works out. I guess we'll find out. We have an erasable pen, so we should be good. So groceries, 200 plus 193.57. So I gave myself a budget of $393.57 for groceries. Food, it's 130. Cab and lunch will both be 140. Christmas was $322.34. Pet was $125. $105. $200. Sinking funds was $198. And then bills was $926.86. I think I'm just gonna like total these here, maybe So plus 198 plus 200 plus 105 plus 125, 322, 34. Okay, see, this already isn't making sense because my budget is more than my income, and that shouldn't be the case. But it's because I double budgeted. I don't understand how that works. Because my rollover from the first week goes to my second week. But I can't. Do I count that money twice then? Okay, I'm adding those together equaled that number, which is actually supposed to be down here. So if I actually add those days together, so 1367.11 plus 1313.66. Okay, well, that's what that equaled. So numbers don't usually lie, so I'm assuming that's what we're supposed to do, is count that income twice, I suppose. I'm just going to add these up one more time to make sure that's right. Okay, so that's right. So then we'll go through to our monthly spent. So 243.37 plus 127.97. I should also say that I am someone that doesn't like numbers either. So numbers stress me out. I'm not good at math. I'm terrible. I am more into like language arts and like the arts and stuff like that. So math and science were not my strong suit at all. So that's going to make a huge difference. Someone who is good with numbers is going to be already better at budgeting than someone who finds numbers stressful. But even though I find numbers to be stressful, I am actually really enjoying having a budget and saving stuff and seeing where all my money goes. I'm a visual person, so this definitely helps, even though it does stress me out a little bit. Okay, so this other here, let's move this over so you guys can see. I'll clear this up a little bit. So this is where I'm pulling my numbers from. Okay, so this other here was actually Christmas, so I'm going to include that in my Christmas. So holidays, I spent $388.39 from the first paycheck because I didn't save anything, so I'm actually really excited to have money saved for Christmas for next year, because that'll make my life so much easier. I am very proud of myself for being able to pull off Christmas and tighten down my budget. and still being able to afford Christmas without going into debt because my card was already pretty much maxed, so I had no choice. Okay, and then plus the $20 that I spent here, which was Christmas, so that's $408.39. So pet, I spent 0 here and $66.14 here. Okay, beauty, spent none there and $56.70 here. Miscellaneous, so it's $132.67 here, plus $97.98 here. So we did go over on that one quite a bit. I usually do, that's a bad one. Sinking funds, I actually put away $204, and then bills, let's see how much we actually paid in bills. So $616.38 plus $522.09. So $1,138.47. I'm just curious, I did get like $300 as well. I don't know if I wrote that down or not though, so that might affect this budget. I don't know if I'm counting that in my income or not because I didn't quite. Well, I'll know if it's around $300 off, then I'll know what happened. So you might be wondering why my bills are so low, if you can count that as low. To me they're high, but I only pay for select few of the bills and then my husband pays for the rest. I took over a chunk of them from what I could afford to make it so he wasn't paying just bills and he has a little bit of spending money for himself, but we do our budgeting separately, so I kind of do my own thing with my money, he does his own thing, and we just make it work. That's just how we do it. So this is a big difference. So I don't think that I added that $300 income because it wasn't originally planned for. I knew it was coming in, but I wasn't sure when. So I have a feeling this will be like $300 over. Oh, not even, okay. So 211. So I'm going to change this. So into my incoming income, I'm going to add that 300, so that way my numbers are accurate. Oops, plus 300 equals. So it's actually $2,835.05. So then 2680.77 plus 300. So this is 2,000. I don't need a calculator for that. Math stresses me out. Okay, so, and I did plan on putting all of that on my card, which I'm pretty sure is what I did. So 926.86 plus 300. I'm gonna change this. So 1226.86 minus 1138.47. So I didn't spend as much on debt as I wanted to, and it's probably because it went to Christmas most likely. But that's okay, because that was my priority at the time. So my January starting balance. Let's see, what was my balance? I can't quite remember. I just did that this morning though. So 141.45, 30, 14. So it was 171.59. Oh, I guess I could have looked here too. It's nice having these numbers here. I'll get used to that eventually. So that's our total there. So let's see what our total here is. I guess I need to change this too. So it would be $29. It'd be the same number as up here. That's right. So 29. Okay. I was gonna say this number can't be bigger than that. So if we go 29.8077 minus 2686.83 gives us $293 that I'm missing. Did I count that one? That number looks better. I think I missed something. So 2,857.82 minus 2,980.77. So subtracting that equals 122.95, which is not my starting balance. Okay, so I am $48.64 over. Okay, so I am actually 48 over, which I don't think usually happens, or at least last time I was under, I think, or no, last time I had 100%, but I was only counting like a few days. So according to this, my monthly spent plus that should equal my monthly income. But yeah, it doesn't. But actually, I've already added that in there. So I'm actually missing 100, not missing, but I have 122 more. Is that how that works? No, that's right, because my starting balance is 171. It says my starting balance is 122. So I've got an extra $48 that I don't know where it came from, but I mean, I guess that's not a problem that I'm going to complain about. It's the same with, and what I don't understand is because when I did my first week, I was down by $16. I had $16.27 unaccounted for. And my second paycheck was $5.25 more than I should have had. So I don't quite know how that works, unless I did something wrong, but since this is technically my first full month closing budget, I'm just gonna leave it as is and not ask questions because it's gonna kill my brain trying to figure it out. So now we'll figure out the percent. Okay, well, I guess that's it for closing my budget. I'm not sure why these numbers are the way they are. I could go through and re-add everything. Maybe there was an error in here. I'm not really sure. However, I don't really feel like doing that, so I'm just going to leave this at plus 48 because that's better than a negative. If it was a negative, maybe I would investigate, but I'm just going to leave it and hope that my next budget balances out. So we are in January now. This is what my spread for January looks like. I am super excited to get saving. These are all my savings and important stuff. I'm saving up for my taxes for my other job because I've got those coming out, and then paying off my card, and then anniversary and birthday are my two main ones that I'm focusing on right now for most of my sinking funds because they come up so quick. But yeah, that is everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will leave you here. And subscribe if you want to see more of this. Please feel free to leave some helpful information and tips in the comments. If you're more experienced at this than I am, it would be super grateful, and I would really much appreciate it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!